Hey everybody, this is Darrel Mandeka back for United News. Today I just wanted to make a video in response to Jake Masterson's recent video. If you didn't know already, we're like a little bit like InfoWars, where we got a strong conservative, me, and moderate liberal. I guess he calls himself libertarian, but socially he's liberal. Well, I'm just going to cover some of the points he said. I'm listening to his video on another device, so I'll just chime in with my thoughts. Alright, so in the video, Jake says that there are people who say that he says something about, let me listen to it. Okay, so the reason, Jake, people say, if you don't like this country, then get out. It's not because we want these people to leave because they're quote unquote unpatriotic. That's not it. It's that they're annoying. Okay, it's like that idiot who's like, yeah, I don't like Starbucks. It's a horrible racist place. Then get out of the building, you idiot. If you don't like it, then leave. We're not saying if you don't like it, then we'll kick you out or anything like that. We don't tolerate, here on the right, we do not tolerate censorship of speech. We want people to say what they want. On the left, that's a different story and for a different time. But what we're talking about is people who say, well, we shouldn't have gone to war. You know what? If we shouldn't have gone to war, tell us why. Maybe we can have a debate. If not, then just shut up and stop talking, okay? Because if you're not going to debate anything, or if you're going to be a stupid head and just gonna say, wait, we didn't go to war because I didn't want to go to war, if you're gonna cry about it, then just shut up, okay? Alright, let's continue. Alright, the reason that we stayed afterward in the Iraq war, and there was never no finish, really. Even when Obama said, oh yeah, there's an end, I'm bringing troops home, that's still not a finish, The reason we stayed in Iraq was because Iraq is a very, very unstable region, It's kind of like a schoolroom without a teacher. The reason a teacher stays in class is because she knows if she doesn't, there's going to be a stupid troublemaker who's going to be going, oh yeah, well you're a fat little meanie. They're going to be calling each other names, they're going to be getting into fights, that kind of thing. That's why a teacher stays, And that's why we had to stay. We're basically like that teacher or like that parent who has to stay in the house because the kids can't get along. Now, another reason that we stayed was because we needed to build up a quote-unquote puppet government. I don't really like that term, but you know what? People are going to use it, so I'm going to say it too. And that was really just an American supporting government over there in Iraq. And then, of course, when we left, ISIS came in because of the void we left. The void we left, okay? We left a void in the Middle East, and that's what filled it. Good, because sorry, I'm listening to it. So, good though. That's why. Because we stuck around to calm down the division and the anger. Now, does that say that we were never attacked? No, we were attacked a lot. You know why? Because we're America. They don't really like us that much because we just invaded their country. People will say, oh yeah, because the oil. We went in because of the oil. Wouldn't you? We were angry at someone. We didn't really make great policy decisions. People say, oh yeah, well, Judge W lied about chemical weapon mass destruction, blah, 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 blah. You know what? Some people do some stupid things sometimes, and we don't really know what happened, what it was, why or not. I don't even know what I'm saying, gosh darn it. Alright, I'm gonna continue. Yes, mission accomplished, as in we did what we needed to. Now the state, if we stay there, if we don't stay there, the region is going to fall apart under anarchy because there's no stable government. That's why we stayed, okay? Because we needed to make a stable government. Yeah, they stayed. Because stable government. Yeah, it kind of is, and it kind of isn't. Go on. Not true. Now, there's two different things to be a terrorist. A terrorist is a person who goes and commits an act of terror on people. Duh. That is, you shoot up a school, a church, you go and you blow up someplace, and never is it to defend your family or to save your family from something. Trust me, Jake, people in Iraq, not everybody, not much of everybody, was going and blowing up things just because they were told to by other organizations, okay? Now, I get it. I'll give you this. Maybe some of those people who are going and trying to get help from the Americans didn't look like they were, and that's why they were shot or something. But you know what? We weren't out there just shooting people because they were Muslims or because they looked like they were terrorists, okay? The reason we shot people who were aligned with Saddam Hussein was because they hated us anyway. I'm not saying what we did was right. I'm not saying what we did was good. I'm not saying what we did was moral. But in times of war, desperate times call for desperate measures, you know? Now, anybody who was aligned with Hitler, you know what happened to those officers? None of them were pardoned, okay? At least that I know of. None of them were pardoned because none of them were not a threat. Same thing with Japan, okay? Defending your friends is not the same as dying from a suicide bomb, okay? Defending your friends meaning political speech, you know, shooting back at somebody. Shooting back at somebody, that's another thing. You're willingly going into combat against someone else. You're just asking to die, you know? They're being detained because they tried to kill people. Maybe tortured. You don't know that. Maybe, maybe not. Again, that's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. In some cases, yes, they were doing what they were told. In others, they weren't, and they were lone wolf, or in others even, they were doing it because they believed in it, okay? No, we're gonna blame the soldiers who shot them. Because the generals didn't say, hey, I want you to kill, hey, guys, alright. I know I just won poker, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna blow up and shoot anybody who looks like a Muslim, alright? That's what we're gonna do from now on. New headquarters just got these, hold on, let me get this paper out. It, pulls out like a Snickers wrapper. Alright, yeah, and it says right on here, kill all guys who look like Muslims. Not women, not children, just guys, okay? Okay, that's right. Nothing like that ever happened, okay? I was joking right there. But you get what I mean? It might sound stupid, but we weren't out there just to kill people who were Muslim because they were Muslim, okay? Why not? You know what, Jake? Some people in the military went to the military just to kill people who are Muslims. Maybe 0.0000001%. But there's always that one guy, okay? And you know what? You can't blame the generals for everything. When somebody shoots up a migrant camp who's an American soldier, and that has never happened yet. But if it did, you can't blame the general. unless the guy was told by his general to do it, okay? Why? Why would you keep blaming people on the higher scale? Why not the person who actually did the crime? It's like blaming the governor for the Flint water crisis, okay? Yes, the governor takes responsibility. Doesn't mean you have to keep blaming him. It was the Flint mayor who said, oh, there really isn't a problem, governor. We got this, all right? Oh, I'm switching the water. Even though we know something's wrong with it, we're going to still switch because we want less money. You know what I mean? You got the culprit, as in the soldier. And I'm sorry, but sometimes soldiers do things in war that aren't that good. But you know what? They're not called war crimes because they aren't really war crimes. In a way, it might have been, yes, or economic instability of another country who is basically shouting kill Americans at us, okay? I.e. Iraq, Iran. It was Ben Carson who said, oh, why didn't they get the oil? Let's go get the oil. Or maybe it was Trump. I don't remember which one. One of them said, why aren't we going for the oil? Okay, we let a bunch of oil truckers go through. We don't blow it up. If we don't blow it up, just take it. Okay? Go after the oil. Heck yeah, go after the oil. Unstabilize the Iraq government that basically hates us. Okay? In a war. Okay?